Hi, I'm Seppo from TRS Custom Drums. Today we're going to talk about our Resonator series bass drums. On this particular kit, it's our exotic series. It's a zebra wood veneer over our maple shells. The toms are 7x10, 8x12, 16x16. It's a 6x14 snare drum. The bass drum is a 24-inch bass drum by 15 deep, and the Resonator is 24, and that's 7 inches deep. The exotic zebra wood veneer is put over our maple shells, 6-ply toms, 8-ply floor tom, 8-ply snare drum, and 10-ply bass drum with Resonator. All right. Okay, I'm going to take off this drum and show you guys basically what the exotic series is about. So this is our 6-ply maple shell, no re-rings, 2 different bearing edges on top and bottom. One's a 35 on top, the bottom is a 45, a little bit of a round over. It's an exotic zebra wood that we've done a walnut fade. And this is a satin lacquer finish, so that's our exotic series drums. And these are the deco lugs, 2.3 mil heavy duty hoops, and the rims mounts. Alright, let's get on to the Resonator. Alright, so here is the Resonator bass drum and the main kick drum. Basically the idea here is to have the Resonator about 2 or 3 inches away from the actual primary bass drum. The reason for that is if this Resonator is too close, it actually doesn't activate at all. You don't really get any sound. And if it's too far out, then basically you're not going to hear enough volume coming from the Resonator at all. So the whole idea here is what we call the boom slap. So this bass drum is tuned and muffled, so it's a little more just a thuddy kind of a rock bass drum sound, lots of attack, lots of punch. And the Resonator is set up to actually be the boom, so essentially it's just giving you the boom sound. So you're marrying 2 bass drum sounds, 2 microphones, and coming up with 1 huge bass drum sound. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the Resonator bass drum off. You'll hear Chris play the bass drum just as it is, kind of the way we've got it set up for that really kind of impactful rock bass drum sound. And then I'm going to drop the Resonator bass drum in front, and you're going to hear through this array of microphones a little more tone and sustain. Okay, so I'm going to take this out of here, pulling it straight out, and I'm just going to tighten those so you don't hear any extra rattling. Okay, and let's listen to that kick. Okay, so that's Chris playing the bass drum. That's the slap bass drum rock sound that we got going on, muffled with a little bit of a blank in the bass drum. And there you have it, that extra tone. So now if I move it too close, nothing. It's kind of dead. Watch it move. And there you have it. So that's about 3 inches away. Alright, thanks. Okay, I'm going to hook this back up, and then I'll have Chris do some playing for you guys. Okay, so the Resonator is on with the 2 posts. It's floating. There's a little foam block that we use that actually holds the bottom so you don't get too much bouncing. I'm going to put that back in. Okay, so there you have it. You got a 7-inch Resonator, about 3 inches of space. It's a 24-inch bass drum by 15 deep, and it's really the boom slap idea. Same as you'd use in a recording studio for miking. This is kind of the acoustic version of that. And we're going to have Chris do a little bit of playing so you guys can hear this whole drum kit. Just to recap really quickly, exotic series drums. It's our maple shell 6-ply toms, 8-ply floor tom, 8-ply bass drum, 8-ply Resonator, and a 10-ply snare drum with an exotic zebra wood finish in a satin walnut burst. All right, here's Chris. also, I know the question always comes up for Resonator bass drums as to the actual tuning of this thing. So basically what you're looking for is the most even tone possible. I like to tune these to the exact same pitch if possible. And generally, I don't even know how to explain this, it's going to be kind of weird. It's really going to depend on the note factor of what you want to get for the sustained note. You can actually tune it to an actual note. I generally don't recommend that because it's just too much of that same kind of a drone. But generally this can be tuned to any pitch that you want to help supplement the sound of the main kick drum. So if you want a higher pitch resonance, you can tune it up, but just keep the front heads even, same pitch. And always remember that space factor. I try and put like either 2 or 3 fingers in there, so 2 or 3 inches to actually find the best amount of sustain and resonance that's coming off the main kick drum. In the next few videos I'm going to show you an 18-inch resonator, we'll show a 22-inch resonator, and we'll continue on, and hopefully over the next 3 videos you'll be able to see exactly what to do and how to set these kind of things up. I'd like to thank our sponsors today that have helped us out with this presentation. We're using Evans drum heads, UFIP cymbals, Headhunter drumsticks, and of course TRS custom drums. I'd like to thank Perra for coming in, setting up the drums, helping us with the video, and getting this this production happening. You'll see us in the next couple of days with our Resonator series on the 18-inch bass drums and on the 22-inch bass drums. Thank you.